Welcome to the 5-Minute English Vocabulary Podcast. My name is Herbert Lee, and I'll be your host. Now you can easily improve your vocabulary without memorizing long lists of boring words, and still develop a powerful command of English. You'll learn the origin of words, or etymology, told as easy-to-remember stories. You'll also hear some jokes, and learn some idioms as well. Episode 21. Colorful English, Part 2. Hey, welcome back to Episode 2 of Colorful Expressions in English. I guess you got a lot out of it last week, so this week we're going to give you even more colorful expressions in English that you will listen and read very often. And if you use them later, when you become really familiar with them, you can make your language much more colorful. Just a word of warning though. Be very careful when you learn new expressions and phrases and idioms. Make sure you fully understand when and how to use them. Otherwise, you will sound very, very awkward and funny, and people will not understand you. Mainly, you want to learn these colorful expressions for listening and reading so that you can understand what people are saying and what you read. So let's get into Episode 2 of Colorful Expressions. Gray area. Gray area is something without a clear rule or answer. Writing personal email in the office is a gray area that needs to be discussed at the next meeting. Green with envy. Very jealous. I am green with envy over Julio's new wardrobe. To have a green thumb means to be skillful in the garden. You can tell by her flower garden that Sheila has a green thumb. Have the blues means to be sad or depressed. I always have the blues during the winter. In the dark means you're unaware. Antoine left his wife in the dark about their honeymoon destination until they got to the airport. In the red means to be in debt. When we were in the red, we almost had to sell our house. Once in a blue moon means very rarely. We only go out for dinner once in a blue moon. Out of the blue means unexpectedly. I got a phone call from a long-lost cousin out of the blue last week. Red letter days. This goes back to early church almanacs in which religious festivals and saints' days would be specially printed in red ink. Modern diaries and calendars maintained this tradition of distinguishing special days with the color red, and so nowadays any significant day, even if it's only significant to an individual, such as their birthday, is often described as a red letter day. Red herring. A red herring is an irrelevance, something that distracts attention from important things. In the 19th century, a red herring was another name for the smoked herring or kipper, another kind of fish. During the hunt, if someone wanted to distract the hounds from following the scent of an animal, they would put down a kipper, or a red herring, and this would work extremely well. In fact, huntsmen themselves, when training their hounds, would use red herrings so that their dogs would learn to ignore the stronger smell and continue to follow the weaker scent of a fox or a badger. From there, it isn't hard to see why the expression was used to describe the laying of false clues in detective novels. anyone who seeks to divert the course of an argument or investigation is said to be the user of a red herring. Red tape, official or bureaucratic tasks. There is still some red tape to deal with in terms of the inheritance. Charles Dickens is believed to be the first to use this expression to characterize officialdom's rigid sticking to obstructive and time-wasting rules of procedure. The tape used in government offices to tip up bundles of paper is in fact pink. Red eye. This is an airplane flight that takes off after midnight. I caught the red eye so that I could see the sunrise over the mountains. Roll out the red carpet means to treat someone like royalty. When relatives come to town, my grandmother rolls out the red carpet. Rose-colored glasses means an unrealistic view. Paula imagines Hollywood with rose-colored glasses. Silver hook. To angle a silver hook. Now this means to offer a bribe. If you cannot catch your fish yourself, you can always buy some. This is to angle with a silver hook. Tickled pink means very pleased and appreciative. My mom was tickled pink when my father brought roses home for her. True colors. This is someone's real self. Suzanne doesn't show her true colors when we have guests over. With flying colors means to do something with distinction. I passed my driving test with flying colors. So there you have it, part 2 of Colorful Words in English. Watch out for next week's edition. Next week, I'll be beginning a 4-part series, Latin Words in English. Actually, these are Latin phrases in English. So Latin has had a big influence on the English language, and many of the words derive from Latin roots. But in the next 4 episodes, I'm going to be showing you and sharing with you actual Latin phrases that have been directly imported into English, which you will see very often in writing. So stay tuned for next week's 4-part series on Latin phrases in English. Until then, it's Herbert Lee saying bye for now.